So this video will basically talk about the rules of taking derivatives, and we'll discuss taking derivative of a few simple functions. So the first rule you need to keep in mind is, if you have a function f of x equals b to the x, then the derivative of that function will be the ln of the base into the function into the derivative of this function, which is 1 in our cases, but not in all cases will it be 1. So in most books you'll find this as that. So this is one of the key rules. The other rule which you have is that if you have a function y equals e to the ln of x, then this function should be equal to x. So e to the ln of x equals to x, which essentially means that y equals to x. So to prove this, we'll be taking this function and taking the ln on both sides. So if you take the ln on both sides, you would get ln of y equals ln of e to the ln of x. So this would imply that ln of y equals, you can take this in the front, ln of x into ln of e, ln of e. So another rule is that ln of e is 1. So this cancels out. You have 1. So now you would essentially have ln of y equals ln of x. The ln of two numbers can be equal only when the two numbers are equal. So this essentially means that y equals to x. Now if y equals to x, we just proved what we said before. So that is how you would prove that rule. Now we'll just be moving on to some really simple questions, and we'll build up the difficulty level as we move on. So the first question that I will be taking is, just have my sheet for all the questions. The first question is f of x equals e to the x. So now we're finding the derivative of every function that I'll be writing. So the first derivative is equal to, again, ln of the base into the function into the derivative of whatever we have. This is 1, so you have e to the x. The first derivative, the second derivative, or even the 1000th derivative of this function is going to be e to the x always. You should remember that. Another question, I'll actually do it side by side, is f of x equals 2ex. Now when we have a function like this, it's going to be exactly similar as to how you would attempt a question like this. So the derivative of this function would be 2 into 2x, right? So this is 4x. For this question too, the derivative will be 2 as it is into ln of e to the x into 1, just like what we did here. This is exactly the same as this. This cancels out to be 1. So now you have the derivative equal to 2e to the x. So the only difference you have between the derivative of this and that is that you have a 2, because in your initial expression you had a 2. So that is it for this video. I'll be discussing product rule, how to use the product rule in exponential functions in the next video. So thank you.